stylish, and we are on the rise.
I'm sitting here with none other than Shervanna Roye from Stylish Events Bahamas. How are you, Shervanna?
I'm wonderful, thank you. And yourself?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Guys, I have to laugh because Shervanna's sitting up so proper, knowing that she's just so much more relaxed in real life. So can we put on our real life demeanor, please?
It's the pillow.
It's the pillow. Okay, so tell us about Stylish. Well, first of all, don't tell us about Stylish. Tell us about who Shervanna is. You know, when persons would have come in contact with you, when persons would have either met you or done business with you. Tell us who Shervanna is.
Well, first of all, I am, I guess what everyone says, a really fun person. As you mentioned earlier, I looked really serious. There are times when I'm really, really serious. But hey, that's business. At the end of the day, I'm easygoing, I'm approachable, I work with people, I give people a chance. And whether it's Stylish or anywhere else that someone knows me from, they can count on me being the same person each and every time. And so I guess I'm consistent. However, I'm always changing. Contradiction, yeah, but it's me.
Well, I'm going to get right into it. You just recently got married. I think it was about 2-3 weeks ago. I don't even know if it's been a month yet because it just feels like yesterday. Yeah. So you just recently got married and you did the styling for your entire wedding. Like, how did you pull that off? Please tell us.
It was magic, I guess. Call it that. It was stress, to be honest. It was real stressful. Like any wedding, there's a lot going on at any given time. Lots of vendors, lots of people that need you to communicate. A lot of people that need you to deliver. And so I figured I'd put myself to the challenge and become my own client. I carry myself hard, but at the end of the day, I had fun doing it. If I can do it all over again, I would. It was a chance for me to do exactly what I want and deliver to myself exactly what I wanted, along with my husband. And it was a family initiative, and we really, really embraced each and every challenge along the way. And so I had fun.
Now, tell us how you came up with the vision for, we'll talk about the back and the front. So let's go to the back first. How did you come up with the vision for the back? Because it was just glass. Like, I just remember just this royal scenery, just gold and clear, and it was just everything that you could have imagined with the all white showing all around. So how did you even envision that? Where did that come from? Is that always how you pictured your wedding day, or that was just a spur of the moment thought?
Being an events professional, the hardest thing to do is select a color palette for yourself. Everything is gorgeous. When you appreciate nature, when you can see something that's very, I guess, mundane and very just there, and watch it long enough to establish the beauty in it, it's hard to kind of narrow down into, okay, I'm going to choose 3 core colors for myself, and I'm going to use those on my wedding day. That was the hardest part of it. However, I started to think, what is the big picture? What is the feel that I want when you walk into the reception? What is that environment supposed to feel like? And I wanted free. I wanted it to be one where people came in and things were flowing and became airy, and it became magical, and it became, I guess, an environment where everyone can relax, but at the same time feel bougie, which is what a lot of my clients ask for. You know, they always say, I want to be able to relax and enjoy myself, but make me look real good and upscale, you know what, just make it bougie. And so I figured, well, I am my client this time, and that's exactly what I wanted. But the whites and the golds and everything else, those were very much what I imagined for us on that day. And so that's what you would have experienced walking in. And so I guess we delivered. Thank you.
You surely did. And then moving into the front, I mean, this whole arch, like, this was just all wedding, all decor, all ready to deliver that day. And you thought about that yourself as well? Like, you came up with the whole idea of the arches, the gold chairs, the white roses within the greenery. Like, you came up with all of that alone.
Yes. You know what? I would say this. The background to all of this is that it was very sentimental. I would have had a brother that passed away earlier this year, and we would have never imagined having to go through this, day without him so soon. And he was someone who cared for everything, and really, this was where he lived. So we wanted to really, I guess, highlight that, and we wanted to, I guess, keep him present as much as we possibly and humanly can on that day. And sometimes we experience that with clients, where they would have a situation where a loved one passed away while they were planning their weddings, perhaps. Mom or dad may have passed away a long time ago, and so they want them to be present on that day as much as possible. And so setting up the front for the actual ceremony, it was on the lawn that he would have cared for. It was the, I guess, yard, if I'm to say it that way, that he would have cared for. So we wanted it to be a situation where we went right back to those roots and, beautify that for the ceremony and have him there.
Excellent, excellent. So where do you see Stylish going? Well, let's talk about Stylish as your baby, because that's exactly what it is. And I'm sure anybody who has a dream, anybody who has a vision for themselves, anybody who see themselves owning their own business, they can, they know that they want to do it, but they just may not know when. When is that defining moment that I'm going to step out and actually make this dream or vision a reality? So when did you know that it was time to launch Stylish?
I would say this. There are people who know Stylish and have no clue that Shervanna is behind it. The business part was easy because before there was a business, there was passion. And I was doing this for every family occasion, every friend's occasion, and then the business came thereafter. I didn't exactly establish a time for when there would be a business. It's kind of evolved in that way. However, if it's one thing I believe in, it's nurturing and developing passion. And when I say developing passion, I mean growing and watering and putting all of the fertilizers and everything you need to get that perfect ingredient to harvest growth, and for your business to become fruitful. And so I am only now learning to step out in the forefront and say, Stylish is me. Stylish is myself and my team. We are the faces of Stylish. And so we're owning that now. And so in terms of where we want to develop the business, in terms of where we want to go next, I believe that we would love to, be a forefront or forerunner when you think of event designs in the Bahamas. We put a lot of hard work, like every other event professional, into the business. One of the things that's very important is accumulating an inventory that your clients would love, and certainly to get the environment or the feel that you want at each and every event. And so we carefully curate each and every inventory selection. And there are two facets to Stylish now. We have one, which is the rental portion of it. So we do rent some of our inventory to other events professionals, wedding planners and so forth. And then there's the luxury event design part of it, where we really focus on doing luxury wedding setups. And that's going to be more so in the forefront coming for 2019, but that's where Stylish is going.
And I just want to give persons an idea of how deeply rooted you yourself is in your very own business. We have a lot of businesses out there, and this is no shade to those businesses, because we all operate differently and we all have something different to bring to the table. but you are kind of involved in every single facet of your business. You know, when you look at floral arrangements, you do your own floral arrangements. When you look at the design of the chargers and the plates and the glasses and the whole setup, you are definitely in charge of that. When you look at the chairs and the furniture, I should say, and this lovely pillow that I'm even sitting on behind me, that feels really good. You do all of that. Like you don't hire persons to do different things, or you don't how should I say, you don't rent from other persons to get the job done. Like you do it solely by yourself. And how have you always been into flowers? Have you always been in design? Like growing up, were you playing around your mother's house and she had to tell you rest things down?
Well, I would say that I like to get down in the trenches. I am a human resource management professional, and one of the things I always say is that you can't ever get too high or too caught up to never get in the trenches with your team to make things work. So I prefer to lead by example. When I bring a team on board for each and every event, I'm not going to be the one standing there saying, do this, do that, lift this. I'm going to say, grab the other end of the table, help me do this, help me do that. It's an excellent way to teach someone else. It's an excellent way to learn more yourself, because when you have to go through the actual experience, then you can really speak to it and improve it. And so I enjoy being very much so intimate with each and every event. When it comes to my childhood and my mom, I believe that I was everywhere except doing this. I was in nature. I wanted to be outside. I wanted to climb the tree. I wanted to go get hog plums from the last limb on top. I always loved nature, and I always feel as though it comes right back and it plays right back into things that I do to this day. I can see reflections of my childhood in the work that I do now. But it wasn't playing with the china closet and the glassware. I was always told not to touch it. Don't go close to it. Don't play with it. And so I did exactly that. I didn't touch it. I didn't go next to it. I didn't play with it. But I do it now.
And tell us about what we can expect from Stylish in 2019, 2020, and beyond. You touched on the fact that you're moving into luxury events, and so just tell us a little bit. You don't have to go too much in depth, because the element of surprise is everything.
You said it.
So tell us what we can expect in 2019 and beyond from Stylish.
I believe that in 2019, our plan is to really go next level with Stylish. When we say luxury, we don't mean unaffordable. We understand our market. We know what we have in terms of what we have to work with. And this industry, we want to move to more collaborations. As you mentioned, it's more like do it yourself, And so, yes, we have kept things really tight, but that was a part of our figuring it out phase. And now that we have kind of evolved, we want to really, really flourish in 2019, and that means collaboration. That means our inventory will be debuted to everyone else. So you will see that coming in 2019, where we start putting out there exactly what we have, what's available, what's not. You will see us owning our work more, because we do a lot and don't really post every time we have work. We don't brag. We're gonna brag more. We're gonna own it. And so at the end of the day, 2019 is the year.
She's gonna own it. Okay. All right.
2019 is gonna be the year where Stylish really, really comes out and grow. At the same time, like I said earlier, I am that person. I'm always the same, but change is inevitable, and so it's time for us to evolve. And so we're taking it to the next level.
Excellent, excellent. And just for persons who don't know, when it comes to styling events, you also work hand in hand with different brands and different businesses, and you've done that before. And so just give us a little taste of that. Like, how are you involved with different brand events?
So I'm not going to put my clients out there because that's a part of what we sell. Being confidential is key. If you say we don't want our event posted or acknowledged in social media other than official photography, then we say okay. But we have been working with a number of brands. For 2019, the stylish luxury division is going to be focusing more on weddings, particularly, and so those are going to be more private and secluded events. And so we'll post as much and share as much as we can out of those, and those are the persons that allow us to be a little bit more free in doing so. When it comes to the corporate side of things and assisting with brands, we definitely will be involved. We have had a number of inquiries from a number of brands. Coming down to the end of the year, Christmas is coming, big time for events. We will be out there. But at the end of the day, you will see us doing a lot more in 2019, and stay tuned to our social media pages to see more.
So, Shervanna, stylish events herself. Can you definitely say that in 2018, going into 2019, that stylish is definitely on the rise?
Yes, stylish events is definitely on the rise.